For a nation whose economic fate has long been entwined with the ebb and flow of global trade, South Korea is riding an extraordinary semiconductor wave that is propelling its exports to dizzying heights. The early August trade data paints a bullish picture, a remarkable 18.5% year-over-year surge in export values during the first 20 days, fueled by an astonishing 42.5% spike in semiconductor shipments. Behind these numbers lies a tale that encapsulates the complexities of the modern global economy and South Korea's pivotal role within it. This export juggernaut, a showcase of the nation's manufacturing prowess, underscores its symbiotic relationship with the world's largest economies and their unquenchable thirst for cutting-edge technologies, particularly those powering the artificial intelligence revolution. The semiconductor industry, where South Korean titans like Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix reign supreme, has emerged as the crown jewel of the country's export machine. These advanced chips now account for a staggering 1/5 of total exports, their journey tracing an intricate web of global supply chains that crisscross the Pacific and beyond. It is a phenomenon that has caught the attention of economic policymakers and analysts alike. At Goldman Sachs, economists including Gu-hoon Kwon have noted the outperformance of South Korea and Taiwan when it comes to tech exports, underpinned by the relentless demand for AI-related products, a phenomenon they believe could persist at least through the first half of the year. Yet, this semiconductor nexus is merely the most visible thread in a tapestry of global economic interdependence that has defined South Korea's export story. From automobiles to batteries, the country's industrial prowess touches upon a multitude of supply chains, each vulnerable to the vagaries of foreign exchange rates and shifts in international demand. The won, Asia's worst-performing currency against the mighty dollar this year, is a stark reminder of these vulnerabilities. A weaker won may buoy exports in the short term, but it also inflates the cost of the energy and raw material imports that fuel South Korea's manufacturing machines. This delicate balance is one that the Bank of Korea, the nation's central bank, must navigate with deft precision. On Thursday, the bank is widely expected to hold its benchmark interest rate steady at 3.5%, a decision underpinned by cautious optimism about the nation's economic prospects and a belief that the export boom can withstand the central bank's ongoing battle against inflation. Yet, beneath this confidence lies a lingering uncertainty, the specter of wavering demand from the developed world in the latter half of the year. A potential headwind that could temper Asia's export momentum, as Goldman Sachs analysts have warned. For South Korea, this reality is compounded by the faltering economic recovery of China, a once reliable engine of growth that has yet to fully shake off the lingering effects of its housing slump and the resultant chill on consumer spending. While the early August data hints at a potential Chinese resurgence, with exports to the world's second-largest economy climbing 16.3%, the road ahead remains uncertain. It is a reality that highlights the precarious nature of South Korea's export-driven economic model, where the fates of nations as disparate as the United States, China, and the European Union are intricately intertwined. Together, these three economic giants account for nearly half of South Korea's export destinations, a statistic that underscores the nation's deep integration into the global economic fabric. As the world grapples with the uncharted territories of an AI-driven future, South Korea finds itself at the vanguard, its semiconductor foundries churning out the building blocks that will shape this new era. Yet, even as it basks in the glow of this technological renaissance, the nation remains inextricably tethered to the fortunes of its global partners and the ever-shifting tides of international trade. It is a high-stakes balancing act, one that will test the mettle of South Korean policymakers and the resilience of its export machine. For in this era of rapid technological transformation and deepening global interconnectedness, the pursuit of economic prosperity has become an intricate dance, where missteps can ripple across oceans and continents, felt acutely in the export figures that now dominate the nation's economic discourse.